Yes, Peter Ward on for Alan Sunderland. Peter Ward, 24 years of age, plays for Brighton in England, scored a lot of goals for them, and in Ron Greenwood's book is one of the England players of the future. Henderson moving forward. Tansey. Cole coming in, but it's too far away from him. Hoddle. Who are slightly limping it. Look, Talbot. He's picking it up now. It's Hoddle again. 1-2 with Peter Ward. Peter Ward active. They've been on the field about 60 seconds. He's touched the ball 2 or 3 times. Osman in the centre of the... No, that was Butcher, number 2. This is the back of Brian Talbot. Butcher. Typical English centre defender. That was Eisendorn. Really cool under pressure, perhaps a little risky, but he knew what he was doing. Tansey now with Shan moving ahead of him. And Tansey rather disgusted with himself. Peter Ward. Going up. Back to Talbot. England now starting to lock it up. Push in the back by Henderson. No doubt about that on Ward, and an England free kick. This is Ward or Marin? Anyway, again through. Australia rescue that situation. Will now attempt to move forward to reduce that 2-goal deficit. 2 goals still down. About 4 minutes, 9 minutes left on the clock. 4 minutes left on the clock. Forward, white shirts of England. Hoddle, Eisendorn again. Oh, it's chance for Australia, and that must be a penalty. That is a penalty that Peter Shan brought down. He was about to get his boot to the ball. The goalkeeper really had nothing much else he could do.
I think it was fitting that this move was between 2 of Australia's best players for me tonight, and that's John Eisendorn from Heidelberg and Peter Shan. Tremendous speed of Peter Shan, and a beautiful ball for him. Rounds Corrigan here. And then brought down. So penalty for Australia. I feel on their second half display that the goal here would be more than justified, and 2-1 final scoreline, perhaps a true indication of play tonight. But well done, John Eisendorn and Peter Shan.
Meantime, there's been a change in the England camp. Kevin Reeves has come on, wearing number 14. I didn't see who came off. And obviously the rain is coming down out there. But it certainly hasn't dampened the Australian supporters, but the prospect of the goal pulled back. Did you see who came off, Johnny?
No, I didn't. It's Batonia, it looks like, it's coming on for Australia. Yeah. Arno Batonia in Newcastle.
And Reeves is on for England. Who's going to take the kick now?
Gary Cole.
Gary Cole. And it's 2-1. So Australia have hit the score sheet. Let's watch this penalty again.
And well taken by Gary Cole, as usual, from the spot, and just reward for an Australian team which second half has played very well indeed.
So there's a little bit of confusion at the moment in the minds, I think, of people watching the game as to who's on and who's off. Reeves is definitely on for England. There he is. Goal scored by Hoddle and Mariner for England, and Gary Cole for Australia. England 2, Australia 1, with about a minute left on the watch. There could be some injury time added onto this. And the crowd now, I think, really rising to this Australian challenge. England would love to score another one, I'm sure, to wrap it up. Australia with nothing to lose now. They can move forward again over the last 2 or 3 minutes. Anything could happen. Cherry for England, finding Mariner on the burst. Nicely shielded there by Jimbo Muir, player with a touch of class about him. And off the head of Salamides for Australia to England. 45 minutes is up. This is injury time now. Great second half display by Australia. They had chances. They could really have been at least 2-2 by this stage. And there is the final whistle. The match is all over. Tony Boscovich racing to get the ball. It's been an entertaining second half. A little bit disappointing in the first half for Australian supporters, but they came back in the second half full of spirit. Peter Jean, I think, was the magic on the left wing that really started to wake Australia up. And with Tony Henderson beginning to move forward, everyone seemed to have their spirits uplifted, and the result was a very invigorating second half display by Australia. And they've certainly had nothing to be ashamed about this evening. John Warren.
Well, I feel the second half display was really first class by Australia. I thought the introduction of Shan, although Kenny Bowden first half didn't have a bad game by any means, but the introduction of Shan with his speed and Australia's ability to exploit it in certain situations certainly did put a different complexion on the game. Australia paid the penalty in the first half for 2 really well taken goals. The penalty that you just can't give professional teams like or professional players like Hoddle and Mariner that chance. They paid the penalty in the first half, and their performance generally was down, but I thought in the second half they did extremely well, and I think they've got nothing to be ashamed of about this performance, and it will only stand them in good stead for the World Cup matches coming ahead.
And so the Winfield Cup goes to England, and I know the intention is to play this series in the future. England holding the first Winfield Cup, beating Australia 2-1. Goals for England by Hoddle in the 10th minute, Mariner in the 25th, and Gary Cole, a penalty for Australia just 1 minute from the end. Good night to you from the Sydney Cricket Ground.